Hi, I'm Craig, and today is the day we begin this large commercial solar installation. Come with me and I'll guide you through the whole process. Last time I was with you was on the day of the scaffold erection. Today we're on day one of the actual installation taking place. So we'll go up and have a look. Got so far today on day one, coming towards the back end of day one of installation. You've got your hooks and your rails being installed. You can see the tiles being cut out to accommodate the roof hook, and also any tiles that it was required for have also been ground down so that they're nice and flush with the roof line. Everything in accordance with the MCS guidelines. So we're on day two of the actual installation itself today. Work is underway already. Carl's began laying out the solar edge optimizers for the installation. Day one yesterday is a lot of preparation work just to the MCS regulations and best practices that we always like to work towards. I did explain very briefly yesterday that each individual tile has to be cut out accordingly so that the roof hooks can protrude. There's also a clearance underneath the tile to ensure that the roof hook isn't laying flat with the tile underneath. There's a small gap just so in case, well, when there is wind loading, it's to ensure that the array doesn't go up and down and potentially damage the tile. So again, a lot of it yesterday with the sheer number of the size of the installation. Again, there's 32 panels going on this side of the roof, so a lot of it was preparation more than anything else, and today's when we can get down to the nitty gritty, get the optimizers on, the panels on, and this will be completed by the end of the day today. Carl, our head roofer, has begun the layout of the solar edge optimizers with the MC4 connectors. So yesterday was a lot of preparation work. Today we're getting into the nitty gritty with the legwork and getting the optimizers and the panels on the roof, and hopefully it'll all be done by the end of the day. We're on the east side of the roof now, and as you can see, since first thing this morning, the lads have been cracking on with preparing the tiles, locating the hooks, the rafters, and commencing and getting the rails on from the bottom, working the way up. Again, this will probably be completed by mid to late afternoon today. If it's completed at a decent enough time, they'll crack on getting the solar edge optimizers rather laid out. And again, the panels and optimizers, this side of the room should be completed by tomorrow. So we're approaching the end of day two of the installation. All of the panels were fitted onto the west facing roof, as you can see here. But upon completion of this, we've found that we've still got clearance to fit another 2 panels on this side of the roof and still adhering with the MCS 400mm guideline away from the roof line. So we've informed the customer that an extra 2 panels can be installed. We've ran the costing past the customer. We've also ran the restringing of the panels and the solar edge optimizers through the solar edge design tool, and we've found that there's not going to be any issue with the installation of the additional 2 panels, the stringing of the additional 2 optimizers either. As we speak, the lads are on with installing the 9 panels on the south roof. That will be completed by the end of the day today. We've got the additional 2 panels en route from the supplier, as well, along with the 2 additional solar edge optimizers. We've got the roof hooks in place already for where the rails are going to run across for the additional 2 panels. Once again, with the 5mm clearance from the concrete tile to the underneath of the roof hook. And we've also, well, again, not we, the lads on the roof, have located where the cut needs to be made out of the concrete tile for the additional roof hooks. We're outside at the external housing unit, which is going to act basically as a substation for the property. The team have been working all day on this, so they've relocated the 2 existing inverters from the loft space, and we've got the installation of the new 30kW solar edge inverter going in now, all by being wired in. We're at the back end of day 3. Let's come back tomorrow and see where we're at. We're at the end of day 3 of the installation. We've got all of the panels up now on the east facing roof. Beforehand, all of the optimizers were laid underneath as well. And today the electricians have started on the relocation of the 2 existing inverters from the loft space to the external housing unit that's going to act as the solar system's substation. Come back tomorrow and we'll see where we're at. We're on day 4 of the installation. It's day 2 for the electricians, who are currently in the process of reconnecting the previously installed inverters that have been relocated from the loft and the installation of the new 30kW inverter. And then the next job from there is installing the 2 new distribution boards. We're on the final day of the installation. As you can see, I'm at the substation which houses all of the inverters. Phil, the QS, is currently through the solar edge app detecting and pairing the optimizers for the system. Once all this is complete, system's commissioned, job done. The electricians have just finished the electrical side of the installation. System's up and running. We've paired the solar edge optimizers, commissioned the system as touched upon. You've got your existing 2 solar edge inverters, which are 12.5 kilowatts each, and then we've added this new 30 kilowatt solar edge inverter. And the final touch is down here is your handover pack, which every one of our clients gets upon the completion of the installation. It's got your structural calculations with regards to the roof weight bearing, the wind calculations, your shade, sun path calculations as well, your startup shutdown guide, and in this case a solar edge guide as well. We've just finished the installation and the commissioning of this large 72, well now 74 panel solar installation. The boys have just finished adding the bird deterrent, or the bird guard, depending on what you want to call it, to stop those pesky pigeons getting access to the underside of the panels, accessing the cables, MC4s, junction boxes, and in this case the solar edge optimizers as well. As touched upon on a previous video, originally the design for this system was a 72 panel installation. Once we got up on the roof, we found that there was space for an additional 2 panels. We discussed the option with the customer, explained the cost implications and how that would translate into further savings on his energy bill. He was happy to move forward, so the system's now gone from 72 to 74 panels, Jinko 440 watt panels, 25-year warranty, 30-year performance guarantee, and it brings the system in at just over 32.5 kilowatts. Job done, dusted. Get in contact with us today if you'd like a free quotation.